All right, we're starting off with our frozen cheese tortellini in our air fryer. Next, I'm coming in with 1 kielbasa that I cut into coins right on top of our tortellini. This is gonna be such an easy and delicious air fryer dinner. Now for our veggies, I have some leftover frozen broccoli that we're gonna add to this, but you could do some frozen green beans, some frozen peas, some sweet potatoes. You can honestly do whatever veggie you want. Let's go ahead and give this a quick little toss so that we get everything distributed right in our air fryer. Like using the frozen tortellini and the frozen broccoli because it adds so much moisture to this dish. And with that air fry, you need that moisture. Now I'm gonna come in with some Parmesan cheese that I'm gonna freshly grate right on top of our entire air fryer bin. You can add as much or as little Parmesan as you want. Just make sure you get a nice layer of that Parmesan on there because it is going to add some amazing flavor. Obviously you can buy the pre-shredded, but I love this little Parmesan grater. It is honestly a game changer because it is like no work, but you get the freshness of your Parmesan grated right on top of your dish. All right, I think that seems like it's going to be enough. Now I'm going to come in with my minced garlic, and I'm using the garlic. You guys know I choose convenience most of the time. And we're just gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of garlic in there. Don't worry, we'll mix that in. It's not just gonna sit on top, but we do need a little bit of oil. So I'm gonna use some olive oil, but you can use avocado oil, you can use vegetable oil, you can use whatever you want. But we're gonna drizzle our olive oil right on top. You could also use butter, but we're trying to keep this relatively healthy, you know? We're not crazy, okay? We added about 1/4 cup of olive oil to that. Now we do need to season this, so I'm gonna just keep it simple. I have the blend, which is salt, pepper, and garlic, all my favorite things in one. And we are gonna use a good amount of this right on top. We're seasoning that broccoli, that sausage, and that tortellini when we season this. Now I'm gonna finish this off with some crushed red pepper. This is optional. If you don't like the heat, you don't have to add it, but I think it adds such a great little kick to this super easy dinner, all in your air fryer. Look at those colors. People always say the more color in your food, the healthier it is, and I have to agree. All right, let's go ahead and give this one final mix so we can make sure that that garlic gets evenly distributed, the seasoning, the cheese. And if you're mixing it and you feel like there's not enough cheese, you can always add more cheese. You guys know I'm always extra cheese, please, in this house. But look how delicious this looks. This is in my 6-quart air fryer, so if you want to keep that in mind for proportions. But this should feed about 2 to 3 people if they're extra hungry. All right, this looks so good and it is ready to start cooking. So we're gonna turn this on. We have it on air fryer. We're gonna turn this down to 350. It doesn't need to be too high. And then for time, we're gonna do this for about 15 minutes. And you have dinner so easy and so quick. Woo! All right, so we actually had this in there for only 12 minutes. But it is ready. Oh my goodness, that looks absolutely delicious. Woo! Okay, we are going to scoop out our serving right into our bowl. Look how beautiful that looks, fresh and delicious. I think that's gonna be enough. And I am going to top mine with a little bit more Parmesan because I have it, so I might as well. And I love cheese. Just tell me when. Huh, just kidding. All right. Cannot wait to get a broccoli, tortellini, and a sausage all in one bite with all that cheese. Be careful, it's gonna be hot. That is so good. Oh my goodness, perfectly cooked.